Vegas Raiders. The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Shotgun now for Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 26. Here's Eckler to begin the drive.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Herbert now.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That thing blown up by the defensive effort of Chandler Jones.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's Herbert. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
Open man, Parham. He's got him.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Herbert on 3rd down now.
This is swung out to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Chargers are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders nothing. Justin Hopkins to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr lets this go for Renfro downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Carr to throw again. Flushed out right. Catch is made by Hunter Renfro. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
On 1st down, Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Carr. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller from 19 yards away. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Herbert. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Carr now on 1st down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the result. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Carr. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
after the turnover. Here's Herbert. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Donald Parham from 19 yards away. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
618, 694, 734.
To throw, it's Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. To throw again on second down. Carr being chased out left. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Vegas. 43 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. One more time with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. He's airing it out for Williams. And this will be caught at the 30. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Guyton, 29 yards. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd down and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stake.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of the drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second and 5 now. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
You're right.
Carr going to throw.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jacobs. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Carr now on third and goal.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Carlson able to put this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Herbert will will give this one to Eckler. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now it's Herbert. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, Eckler running it.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
And this gain to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And this is caught at the 8.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Spiller.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Set to get this drive started.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10.
Now a play fake. Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Room here to run. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Hopkins with the extra point. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Michael Davis. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Now Carr. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now Carr, gotta have this one. Looking deep for Adams. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Jayon Brown from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Herbert now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A really nice knockdown. He gets so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man, because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete. They made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Taken in at the 22. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing his car. He'll look downfield for Waller. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think we're both wondering if we were going to see them try to push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now Carr. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Carr. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Chargers, they are heading to the Super Bowl. Thanks to you all for watching, and good night.